Over the last year, a lot of companies that I've been working with have implemented these really nice well-being initiatives, particularly initiatives designed to help with stress and to deal largely with the remote workforce. But what I've noticed is that a lot of times those initiatives just weren't that well received and they weren't that well used. So I'm sharing with you these three root causes why I found that they weren't used. Now, right now is probably just one of the best times to really take a look at your well-being, your health program, and just just boost it up, particularly for the stress that employees are under. In fact, Gallup just finished it's called the State of Global Workplace for 2021. And it's a global survey, and they found that 40% of employees indicated that they experience a lot of worry or stress in their workday. Now, that could be higher for some countries, it could be higher for your company. So, what are these initiatives that I've seen? Things like having no meeting days, walking meetings, or just cutting off the Zoom, or just making it okay for employees to cut off the Zoom. But the reasons why they haven't done that well in a lot of cases, the first reason is that it just didn't address what employees were really asking for. And here's an example. One of my employers, people are very much overworked. There's a lot of work. They're working longer hours. They're working a lot of overtime. And so when you bring in, there's this no Zoom policy for meetings, it doesn't really address that. It addresses it indirectly and it addresses the stress level, but it doesn't address it directly. So transparency and communication is really important. Being able to tie those two together. Otherwise, it lands with employees and it feels pretty uninspiring. The second reason is that the policies, the procedures, the type of business, the flow of work is just not in line with the well-being policy. I can't tell you how many times I've seen health and well-being programs going and they just are in complete conflict to the flow of the organization. I had an organization who they work on a very team focused basis and they have deadlines. So telling them that we're going to have Tuesday and Thursday as no meeting afternoons just didn't work. Teams needed to meet, deadlines were short, it wasn't going to work. So if most of your company is in that kind of situation, we really haven't helped them by putting in something that most of the company cannot use. And the third reason, which is actually my favorite reason, is not measuring. We've all heard what gets measured gets done. So if we're not measuring the results, it makes it really hard to go back and find out what worked, what didn't work. As an example, if you're measuring the percentage of managers, who the managers are that are able to keep their employees from having meetings on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, you also see the ones who have a low percentage of that happening or just aren't able to make that happen. It makes it really easy to go back to those managers and say, why isn't this working for you? Right? So, three things to keep in mind. One is transparency and communication. The second one is having the policies, the procedures, your type of business in line with your well-being initiatives. And the third one is measure the outcomes. So if you like this video, please like it, share it, and I'd love to hear your feedback.